You know, every New Yorker here who rides the MTA has a lot to say about it. Like us, for example. We use public transportation to get to our places where we need to go, but at times, there are so many things that the MTA does that gets us frustrated. Like fare hikes and train delays are a couple examples. We here, all of us at the Hot Topics table here at the Spotlight, have lots of issues and a say about the MTA. So in this week's newest segment called Guiding Spotlight, we will be tackling the issues of the MTA that many New Yorkers are facing. So no worries, New York, we got your back. We hear your voices because we feel your pain here, you know?
Yeah.
For sure. So we're going to begin with the MTA fare hike increase. Like back in March, the MTA voted to set a plan to increase the MTA fare. They did this by increasing the weekly MetroCard $1 stinking from $31 to $32. They also increased the monthly by $4.50, while the base fare remained at $2.75, $2.75 to be specific, instead of raising it to $3 as the original plan. What do you have to say about that?
Well, that was out of compassion or what? Oh, no. Don't do the whole $3. That's too brutal. Let's just take a quarter off.
Right. I think
they kept it at $2.75. That's how it was been.
Yeah.
There would have been some serious war.
Yeah.
You know.
No. Oh yeah, they would have. Because
I would have had a flip. Like.
What? I think it has to do with the fact of this one video that was circling around Facebook of a guy complaining in his car. $3 for what, son? $3 for what, son? I think that was enough to be like, yeah, maybe we should. Because if this is this guy, imagine all of New York. We'll all be copying him. Like, we will all be marching. $3 for what, son? $3. Like, maybe not those words, but like I'm glad they didn't do that. I mean, the weekly, okay, $1 more. For now, I guess it's not the worst thing, but I'm pretty sure once it hits 35 and higher, it's not going to be fun. And I'm glad they kept the baseline at $2.75, but now I'm just like, I wish we could go back to $2
or $1.
$1? Okay, first of all, that's a little too far back. $1. It used to be $1 like in the 80s or even right before.
Well, I
that.
remember it was $1 back when the new millennium started. For sure.
It was $1? I thought it was $2.
Yeah, it was around $1 to $2, but I think they probably were going back and forth between the two.
I think it hit $2 because I remember, I think either the $1.75 or $2 mark was the reason why they officially had to go to Metro cards, because tokens were able to cover you for like up till like I think the late 90s.
Right.
But because the Metro card was introduced in 1995, but it wasn't necessary because tokens were still able to cover you. But I think once it hit $2 or $1.75, I think that's when they switched it to Metro cards. Now it's not even. The thing is, like, it took a long time to even hit 250, but now it hit 250, 275 within a short period of time. Even now,
you also forgot when it hit $2.25 back in addition.
Oh yeah, 225.
Yes.
Like it used to happen like every maybe every presidential length, I would say, like maybe every decade
or
close to it.
Almost every 2 years or somewhat, but
now it's every 2 years or not even.
Or it varies, you know. But let me just say that MTA chairman Thomas Prendergrass, I keep calling him Teddy Pendergrass, you know, where he believes that the hike is fair. This is the lowest fare and toll increase we've had in the last number of years, but the cost increases with the inflation, with the rate of inflation, is what he said. Like, do you really think the hike is fair or not?
No. I have a friend who lives in Los Angeles, and her fares are like $1 something for the bus and train.
I just think the quality of the service needs to get better as this inflation is happening.
Forget the quality; it's the freaking infrastructure.
Yes, everything.
Everything
has to get better because I should be getting to work on time.
Yeah.
Or, you know, I should get a public apology like this girl in Paris that we met.
Yes, we met. Explain.
Yeah, so we went to Union Square and we talked to a few civilians about what they thought about the MTA service. And we got 2 9s, which was actually pretty surprising. One of them was actually an MTA worker. We got Two, it sucks.
Yeah, and wasn't there also a 10 involved? From what
I don't remember a 10.
I may have
quality
looked,
service.
Yeah, that would be
Probably.
What?
Yeah.
I don't believe that for
it would be hard to believe.
Excuse me.
because even
Well,
I've seen the difference.
What about the Paris girl? The Paris girl we met. We met a girl from Paris. She
Yes.
told us about the service over there in Paris. And she also let us know that for the students, for the college students, they did some kind of discounts a month.
Right.
Also, she let us know about the public apologies. It wasn't like no brief apology. In Paris, they actually give you an official public apology. And I think that would be pretty awesome because it would do more for the people to calm down and like understand that they are acknowledged as individuals.
Right. Let me just also, when you mentioned about services, like, because, there are hundreds of passengers that get angered with over train delays and the amount of services. And, we all get angered when we have to long wait times for the train to arrive. Even get angered when a train delay happens due to a sick customer, an investigation, incidents, signal problems, real condition, train with mechanical problems. The list just goes on and on and on forever, But you did mention that. It's like, what could we do to improve the service and to decrease those delays? Because there are like many people when I'm looking at, there's like people are just becoming late from work, and this is probably why you look at the unemployment rate just slowly decreasing because of the service and delays the MTA is providing. Where with these delays here,
Yeah, people are literally getting fired. I've seen videos of I think it was even on the news. They're saying, I've been late many times. I've been fired at one job because of this. And I'm not like, this is quoting someone else, like that he would say something that's on the news, that one guy even lost a previous job because of the MTA. And I've seen the difference myself. Like in high school, I used to take a specific hour of train. So like in rush hour getting to school, like a train would normally come at my station at 8:04. But as the years went on, it came later and later. So I even noticed that. But I think what would help, the ultimate solution I could think of is, it would take a long time, but they can do it quicker. Really reconstruct the infrastructure of the subway and build more subway lines. Nowadays, you need more subways. As the population increases, you got to find ways to construct more avenues to help the blood flow of the subway keep going. Because at this rate, the subway system is very old, and they know that.
They have to come into the new century. Right?
Exactly.
It's 2017.
I think, honestly, that there should be a law that protects people who are employed traveling in the weekends. There should be some kind of law that protects them, because the problem is that it's on us to leave earlier for work. We have to leave 2 hours earlier than we usually do to get to work on time. And that's kind of like unfair, because the fare isn't going down. We still have to pay the same amount. And if the trains get delayed, it's on us if we're late. And there should be some kind of law that protects us.
True.
We should still have to leave a certain time before getting to work. It shouldn't be on us that we get late to work.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
NTA Chairman Joe Lhota apparently had to make a comeback. I don't know why, but he announced a 33-point plan to stabilize and modernize the transit system. How? By testing an idea to remove some seats on some cars on the L train, as well as on the 42nd Street shuttle train line. And they do this to try to increase capacity on overcrowded trains. Like, what do you have to say about that?
That's not a solution. I just see that as a bigger problem. Like, I don't mind. Actually, I would like to see how it looks on the 42nd Street shuttle, just for laughs. I would love to see pictures of, like, so this is what a subway car looks like without seats. Because as much as stupid as the idea is, it's kind of funny. I'm curious. So go ahead with the Second Avenue, not the Second Avenue, but the 42nd Street shuttle. Try that.
And the L train as
And
well.
I don't know about the L train. That's still a regular subway line. It's not a shuttle that goes from one stop to the next. So try it on the shuttle, but honestly, that's not a solution. That's just you're just being cheap and a little not all there.
Yeah.
Don't removing subway seats from old
Let me
cars
ju-
are not going to do anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. Well, let me just give you a few points that will happen at the conference with Lotus. They're like the entire plan will cost about $8.8 billion, half of which will come for the city. Raising fares is not an option. Cars will be added to the trains on the C line, and I know we've talked about this backstage about it here. We were having a good discussion about it.
Yes.
And there will be overhaul digital communications and develop a new app. This is from Pix 11 from July 26, 2017. Like, your thoughts quickly?
Well, it's about time that the C train gets their extra little car there, because it hasn't just happened like one time or two times where I think the train is gonna get here and I'm gonna go inside the train, and no, I have to like walk like what's worth of 2 carts over.
Yeah, look, I just want to show a clip of the struggle many New Yorkers face with the MTA here. Take a look.
That's happened to me a few times. Sardines in a can.
That's funny. Oh man, I actually, you know what's funny? I just had an experience on Saturday night. So this is the 4 train, the conductor car.
This was one night, huh?
Yeah, this was the other night. A girl literally comes in, and her leg gets stuck in the door. The conductor can clearly see that she's struggling. She still tries to close the door on her leg.
Oh, wow.
And then she opens the doors.
This is the struggle New Yorkers
There's your
face
lesson.
here.
I'm just like, you know, the thing was like she knew she was right there. Instead of just opening the door, she tries to still let it shut on her.
Yeah.
And believe me, those doors hurt. I've had my hand
Extremely
crushed on them.
dangerous, yeah. But let me just also say that the MTA has come up with a new plan to become more courteous and pregnant to elderly and disabled commuters by using courtesy buttons. These are to help identify those who are in need of a seat here. And you know, is this gonna work with these courtesy buttons with baby on board? And Please offer me a seat.
I'm pretty sure the big pregnant stomach is enough to know that you give up the seat to a pregnant lady. I don't see the need for a button. I mean, it's cute, but I don't see the point. I don't see it doing anything.
Yeah. Quick thought here, Stephanie. You go ahead.
I just think that they need to see what are the bigger problems, because there's a bigger problem. And you know that this whole seat thing, I think there's something better that you can do with removing the seats
Yeah.
from the train. I don't think you should remove the seats from the
Right.
train.
No.
You should do the whole open and close door, open and close seats. They should do that.
Right.
Actually, yeah, that's actually a good idea. Just make them more fold. Just
Yeah.
make them folded.
Yeah, folded seats.
Let me just say, but before we go to break, you know, I plan on doing something that I feel that this is gonna work. I plan on creating soon. Here, so I was watching The View the other day, and Whoopi made something that I found very interesting and hilarious of doing. Let's take a look at it. This is gonna be funny.
I felt that this would help and be much better.
Let's hear it.
Oh my God, what are you eating? That is a bad smell. We try on our trains not to make anybody have to sit next to stinky food. Put your food away. Oh my God, are you really clipping your fingernails? Yes, I can see you. And you know what? I am the train god, and I'm telling you one more thing. If you don't put those clippers away, I'm going to put them where the sun don't shine. That would
You should
work.
be meaner, a little meaner. Do it.
Well,
do it really mean.
I just feel like someone. Well, I did one which they will not allow me to do because they are concerned about a certain word.
Oh, I know.
Yes,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so I'm not going to do it, but I really want to.
Yeah, you're gonna see it real soon because I'm right behind you on that, Whoopi. Don't worry, because I know I have that same issue as well, and we all do here. So, on that note, we'll be right back.
This has been Guiding Spotlight.